What is your why? Why did you choose our website? Why did you choose to research weight loss? My name is Josh McGaffick, board certified family nurse practitioner and owner of Primal Health and Wellness. What is your why? I wanted to be there for my kids. I wanted to be there with my wife, to see them grow up, to have an opportunity to help turn around my health care for blood pressure, cholesterol, A1C, all the health care, as well as financial benefits of being healthy, what it can do for you. That's my why. I want to see that in my clients and my personal clients and my friends and family, to have the opportunity that I didn't get to have with my personal father or even my mother as she went on her unguided health care. With my mother, I watched her for years. Even as a child, she told me, the story of her health history of having polio and Guillain-Barré, as well as of unruptured brain aneurysm that continued to ravage her health. That personally, watching her go through that and being punted around from office visit to office visit and seeing her health and her weight either increase or decline, and no one had an answer. Well, finally we do have an answer. I got her these medications. I got her to get started with, to show her my success with it, to possibly have an opportunity for her to be with these medications and make it affordable. I watched her struggle with pain. I watched her struggle with emotion, her self-identity, her self-worth. That is the why. I'd like to see that success in my clients, to have that personal success, to understand why they feel good, and there's other alternatives to get started. During your research or talking with a referral, you've probably seen the popular terms Semaglutide, Tirzepatide, Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Zepbound. What we offer is complete affordability for weight loss medications, shipped directly to your doorstep. Being a licensed medical provider, I provide these services from compounding pharmacies that are licensed and FDA certified to get you a quality product that is safe and effective under the guidance of our care. Well, what is this medication? What are the benefits? Semaglutide is a GLP-1 receptor agonist, originally designed and researched for diabetics and pre-diabetics. Then they found that it was very successful with weight loss. In our journey, I've seen it more than just weight loss. I've seen it really help with fatty liver, PCOS, endometriosis, blood pressure, cholesterol, and a few others that we can speak about. The medication helps by curbing the appetite, not an appetite suppressant. Being a GLP-1 receptor, there are receptors in the stomach and the brain that help you feel full quicker, as well as help lessen the desires or cravings, or what I call grazings, late night pantry ratings, to help you not eat as much and feel full quicker and be satisfied so you're not overindulging. A main question usually comes in is, where do you get your products? Where do they come from? Well, we don't use brand. If we use brand, I'd have to sell it to you at brand retail prices, or I'd have to offer these to you at brand retail prices. We use compounding pharmacies here in the US. Very safe and effective, FDA certified, 100% of the main active ingredient, with 0 fillers, no B6, B12, or even peptides. Is this medication right for you? To get qualified, honestly, legally, you have to have a BMI above 30 with 0 comorbidities. The other one is 27 or higher with comorbidities, blood pressure, cholesterol, A1C, PCOS, and a few others that we can go through during a consultation. If you're already on the medication, we can make you as a transient client and continue your progress with the medication itself. Popular question with side effects. I'll give you my own personal journey. I started the medication very unguided, not knowing what to do. A lot of people have fears of horrible nausea or vomiting or even diarrhea and constipation. A major side effect was acid reflux or heartburn for me. Now, understand I was 270 plus going into the shots, Italian diet, spicy meatballs, sauce, craft beers, to understand I really already had a pretty bad heartburn diagnosis. A couple times at night all the time. Maybe during a flare-up it was some Nexium or Zantac before I even began the shots. But as I began the medication, to understand why I had heartburn, it's a gastric emptying delayed drug. It's keeping food in your stomach longer, shortening your esophagus, making you feel full quicker. So if you're trying to eat more or faster, it's going to splash up in your throat. But usually on every Saturday I did my injection. Saturday morning, if I did my injection with some food in my stomach, by Saturday evening, that night, it was atrocious. I was burping up flames. I had some really bad acid reflux. But as I lost weight and that was manageable, it wasn't a big deterrent to steer me away from the medication. It was just, whew, this is intense if I don't watch what I eat or understand some Tums or some, anti-GERD medication to help you get started. But as I lost weight, I didn't have that effect anymore. Or as my dose was controlled, I understood that it might flare up, but it was really self-induced. Spicy sauce, meatball, sausage, that Italian-Irish diet plan wasn't working for me as well as on the medication as even beforehand. Another one was constipation for me. Constipation was an issue about weeks 3 through 5. Well, think about it. You're taking medication that's not letting you eat as much as you used to. So my normal day of, morning coffee and breakfast and a very regimented guy in the morning, if I wasn't eating as much, maybe 50% less food, then I wasn't eating enough to even make enough to go to the bathroom. Another side effect with the medication is nausea. Everyone wants to race for Zofran. Well, why do we need Zofran? To understand the nausea part of it is the side effect of hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia is just low blood sugar. You're not eating enough. You're not putting in enough fuel. So before you race for Zofran or Compazine or Phenergan or all these other anti-nausea medications, you need to understand the premise behind it. You're not putting in sugar, carbs, or glucose. When that happens, your body makes you feel ill. It makes you feel fatigued, malaised, nauseous, that morning sickness belly, or just a general blah, and just like you have the flu-like, or even a hangover belly where you say, man, I should eat something, but I just feel like garbage. If anything does hit my stomach, it's going to come right back up. So yes, if you do need Zofran or anything else that way, I would have that on hand. But we tell all of our clients, you have to make sure your dose that you're still eating, you're still putting fuel in, you're still putting in some peanut butter crackers or glucose or peanut butter toast, any snacks to make sure that you're not going long periods of times a day, 8 to 12 hours without putting in any fuel or protein or hydration in there to keep your body ready to not plummet or have that down. It's not really serious to think that you're going to go plummet into a hypoglycemic state or a coma. It's controlling the A1C, the insulin, and the glucose enough to not have those peaks or valleys, to have that gradual weight loss, to understand eating is good. Satiety is the goal. Not being hungry is not the goal. It's okay and healthy to be hungry. The goal is to be full and satisfied when you eat, so you're not picking or grazing or honestly craving a king-size bag of Skittles at night. That's what I tell all my clients. It's okay to eat. I had a huge fear, when I did ephedra or phentermine or anything else before, well, if I'm not hungry and I don't eat, I'll lose weight. Or if I don't have carbs or sugar, I'll lose weight. The goal is to still eat and put fuel in your system. I had great successful weeks where I thought, oh my goodness, I fell off the wagon. I had Chick-fil-A, I had some French fries, or a little bit of pop. I know I'm going to get on a scale and gain weight. But if I was eating and putting fuel in my system, my body didn't go into storage mode. So it really kind of made sense that I got on the scale and I'm down 2 pounds and I thought, what kind of voodoo medicine is this? I don't understand how this is working, but my body wasn't going into cortisol mode or that control of that insulin resistance and cortisol that I have in other videos to really help minimize that inflammation or bloat. So what are your expectations? Primal Health and Wellness, our goal is to make these medications affordable and available to you, the individual client. You run your own race. But the expectation is a weight loss overall. If this was designed to work for everybody 100% of the time, it'd be $1 million a vial and I'd be calling you from a yacht. I'd have a whole call center set up just to hand it out like water. That's not it. It's not designed to work for everybody. But I don't have that much failure rate. I think a lot of people need to understand it's a marathon, not a sprint. The studies say it's a 68-week clinical trial with semaglutide with diet and exercise to lose 15%. A lot of people are trying to get down to a number on a scale. I tell everyone we speak to, my staff, myself included, I don't give a flying you-know-what about what's on that scale. I care how you look and how you feel. The goal is to be healthy, not skinny. This isn't the skinny shot. This is the healthy shot. Expectations are simply this. We offer you the medication, we offer you a dosing guide, we'll help you get started, we'll send you videos, but truly understanding that you're under the guidance of a licensed medical provider with personal first-hand experience. With Tirzepatide, the main active ingredient in Mounjaro and Zepbound, it's a 78-week clinical trial with diet and exercise to lose 20%. Everyone thinks, oh, you do so much more, you lose so much more, it's got to be better. It's not a guarantee. We customize that dosing guide for you. I don't want you online and other forums researching what worked for everyone else on social media. You get to speak to a licensed medical provider. You're not talking to a $10 an hour secretary just reading off a script. You get to speak with someone with personal first-hand experience that will respond to you in a timely manner. Another very popular question is, are you on this medication for life? What happens when you get started on this and you want to quit? I'm very honest and blunt with my clients. I don't candy coat anything. It's not intended to be on for life. Unless you're very uncontrolled diabetic, you need that A1C control, yeah, it's there for assistance. I tell all my clients, it's not designed to get you down to a certain number on a scale. It's designed to say, here are your results, what could happen in the studies, but also the FDA has a big gray area saying that you are on this until your desired weight. It's a very gray area. I don't know your desired weight, you don't know mine, but it's not a guarantee to get down into the sophomore year of high school type scale. To understand that you're healthy and when you want to quit, you can quit cold turkey. You don't have to wean off of this. You don't have to go on a maintenance dose. There are options with that. You could stay on it as a maintenance dose. You could say, Josh, I'm not losing or gaining anymore, but I truly feel great as a person, as a female. I just feel like me again. I could stay on a maintenance dose, and what is that for you? It could differ from you compared to your friend, your sister, anyone else. Everyone's different on that. But don't listen to the general public to understand and instill that fear that, oh, if I get on this and I quit, I'm going to gain it all back. It's not a guarantee. What I tell my clients is simply this. You hit your goal, or even if you don't want to stay on it any longer, you can quit cold turkey, like I did on my 40th birthday. When you quit, nothing's going to happen. You're not going to crash. But don't listen to all these other clinics or spas or providers that say, oh man, if you quit, you're going to gain it all back, or you have to stay on this as a maintenance dose, or you have to wean off of this. It's all a sales tactic or a ploy to keep you on the medication longer to make more money off you. I can simply tell you, once you quit, yes, the hunger noise might come back. Well, what it did for me after 7+ months on the medication with the success, I think it rewires people. I think this is off record to understand. It rewired me to understand my fullness, my satiety, to really understand I'm not ordering as much food as I used to, or I'm not eating as fast as I used to with my history in the ER, or even being a father and having my kids and we were always the last to eat. To understand I was full and off the medication, even when I went to order poorly or drink poorly or eat poorly overall, that I could stop myself halfway through. I couldn't push through that. If I tried to eat or drink through, I felt like I was Joey from Friends with the Meat Sweats. I knew when to stop and I knew my limits still. You may be asking yourself, what's next? Go online to primalhealthandwellness.com, schedule a free consultation that works for you and your availability, and it'll link up with myself or other medical providers for their availability to move forward. When you click on that calendar link, it'll set you a time, it'll send you videos to watch and get started again to understand that you need to put in this information to be properly screened. Let us know any other questions you have during that consultation. It'll send you our email to get started to possibly send your labs, if you already have labs to get started. If you're already on the medication, let us know your dose or strength, and that way we can become very prepared to speak with you. Once your consultation has been completed, we'll send you everything of what's next to get started. I think what it comes down to is, as I look around and see people like understand or what is your why, is with my history being in the ER and psych and detox, so many people would come to me and say, man, I got to get healthy. If I don't, I'm going to die, or I'm going to just keep struggling, and I've struggled for so many years or since childhood, obesity or unhealthiness. And oftentimes these people would come to me and say, I got to do this for my mom, I got to do this for my kids or my aunt or my grandparents. I promise them if I don't, I'm not going to be around for them. And I remember seeing my dad dead in a chair and thinking, if I don't do something for myself, I'm next. And I have 2 little kids that daddy's not going to be home for. I have a wife that I can't provide for. And it really hit home to understand that if you don't give a crap about yourself, nothing else matters. This is an opportunity to try a genre of a medication to help you get healthy, to help you not have the worry of battling this anymore or overspending and being taken advantage of. And that's what we do here at Primal Health and Wellness. We care. I want you to be healthy. I don't care about being skinny, the number on a scale. I want to offer a product for you to have the success like I did compared to thousands of others. The best compliment I could ever receive from family members, friends, or clients is truly a thank you. Thank you for not killing me in my pocketbook and allowing me to have an opportunity to be healthy and happy and live a very prominent life. That's honestly the best compliment I could receive. Thank you.